Today, we're talking about active listening, which I like to call Operation Earlobe. So, what this is it's like, obviously, like being on script, super important. You want to be on script. But however, there's like a lot of moments that come up in calls where somebody says something that isn't really related, and if you ignore it, um it can actually impact your call or like your conversation in sort of like a negative way. So like a lot of active listening skills generally are at the beginning of your call. They kind of set the context, they set up the rapport. um what it mostly is it's just acknowledging things that people say. The way I try to look at it, is it's like anything that somebody tells you in a call is like a gift. I don't know if you guys are familiar with like improv at all, but like the way that improv comedy works is that anything your improv partner tells you is a gift. It's something that you can use even if it's a bad thing. Like if somebody tells you something bad, like you can still use that to make your conversation better. Because the thing is, when you call people, there's like this expectation that like it's going to be a very wooden call, it's going to come across as scripted, and people spend more time thinking about things that they could say than focusing on like the things that you're saying. But when you acknowledge people and set up like a really solid rapport with someone, it helps a lot. And as an example of talking about this, I'm once again going to go to Batman. One way that Batman has used active listening in the past is in the 2005 film Batman Begins. His mentor, Ra's al Ghul, I guess that's a spoiler, but his mentor tells him at the beginning of the movie to always mind your surroundings. And then at the end of the movie, when Batman defeats Ra's al Ghul, he repeats the same line back to him. Uh, in a contrived way. This is a form of active listening. And a really great example of something that I did that was not the best with like an active listening moment is I was talking to this guy once who came out of the door, super tired dude, and he mentioned very early into the conversation that he had a baby recently. Um, and I was also very tired. And in my mind, I was like, I don't want to talk about this guy's baby. I want to talk about climate change. So I think what I did is I did something like, oh, yeah, really cool, cool. And then I just like talked about what I wanted to. And here's the thing, I did a pitch. It was a great pitch. You know, my pitches are always amazing. And then I get to the ask. I asked this guy to sign up and donate monthly to Greenpeace, and he blinks and he blinks again, and he has absolutely no idea what I was talking about because he spaced out because I did not acknowledge him well enough. And now we're at the point where it's time to do something and he doesn't know what to do because he wasn't there. So then what I tried to do is I tried to regain my footing, and I was like, oh, so you had a baby recently, like how is that? And his eyes lit up and he was so excited, and he just talked about his baby for a little bit, and like it was time that could have been spent talking about something else. But what happened is when he was done and I heard him out and we had a conversation about it that was like, I don't know, like 2 minutes, he was there, right? He got it now. So now we're in the pushback cycles of like me asking him to sign up, and I'm doing all the work, I'm doing all the things you're supposed to do. I'm laying down common ground. I'm telling him like this is why you got to do this, and he doesn't get it still because he's spaced out during the foundation of the entire conversation. He missed my pitch. So now we're just talking about money, and it's super weird. And when that comes into like if this happened for like a welcome call, they may have missed the part where you were explaining like why phone banking works and why they ought to do it. And now they don't really get it and they just are saying no. And because you like waited too long to hit that active listening moment, they just don't follow. They don't get it. So it's like work that you really need to do at the beginning. It's not like a really hard thing. You just have to be really present, and honestly, you kind of have to be down the clown. Like a mindset thing that you could do is you could just try to get really excited. Like when somebody picks up, just like think about like what do you want to know about this person? What can you infer about this person based on like what little information they're giving you? And you can use that to like, make it work.